Hi everyone, I am Steve Peck and I am the director and founder of Easter Seals Miracle League of Michigan, a special needs baseball field in Southfield, Michigan. It's an awesome place. Check our website out at michiganmiracle.org. We have a good sized concession restaurant building that we built a couple of years ago, and for about the past 8 years we prepare our hot dogs on a steamer. We've used the Star commercial steamer with moderate success. I mean, yes, it will heat up the hot dogs and keep them very hot. The problem is when you have a serve cycle that comes and goes, you've always got to have hot dogs ready to go. So when our staff would keep them in the steamer too long, they start to turn green and they look nasty. If you've owned one of these, you know what I'm talking about. So for years I've been looking at other methods, a flat grill or a roller grill. We weren't able to use a flat grill because our indoor restaurant facility is not vented for smoke. But as you see in convenience stores all the time, they have these rollers. And so I was asking around and looking around the web and trying to find out more information on which is better, the steamer versus the roller. The information I was receiving on the roller was they take a long time to heat up to 30 minutes to get the dogs ready. And so with that in mind, I knew I needed to get the 50 hot dog roller, but I'm still wondering if we have an event out here and we have a rush of people, we can sell 50 hot dogs at a time almost. So how long is it going to take to put brand new hot dogs in right out of the refrigerator for them to get serving temperature? I called the company, the manufacturer of Spectrum. That's the brand, it's not the company name, but the Spectrum hot dog roller, and they had no clue. They had no one they could point me to tell me about how long it takes for a refrigerated hot dog to become ready to serve. And we ended up with the EHD 50NS, and the 50 stands for how many hot dogs this will hold. 50 hot dogs on this. They have a model below it that's the 30NS. So this is the 50 hot dog model, and it's got two temperature zones. You can change them any way you want. In a typical restaurant situation, you're going to want the back half of the rollers on high because that's where you're cooking them, and you're serving out of the front. So we also purchased this additional sneeze cover. That was another $130, something like that. I'll put the links to all of these products in the description. But this is just a good idea for a restaurant. Even though we're serving and we're inside, it's not being served by the general public. So two zones. If you had an event, you had to serve 50 hot dogs right away, you turn them both on high. The way we'll most likely run it, we'll have half on high, cook them, put them back on hold, etc. So here's the question, how does it work? How long does it take? Questions you haven't found answered before. I'm going to answer for you right now. On the grill right now, I have 6 hot dogs that I started 20 minutes ago. And I was amazed because they cooked in about 7 minutes. They were at temperature. By 10 minutes, by the time I moved them back, they were at about 182 degrees, which is a little too warm. So I've moved those 182 degree hot dogs back to the back half, which I have set on keep warm. Now we're going to do it all over again, and I'm not going to let them get quite as cooked as that. Let's take a look at what they'll be after 5 minutes. So we're on high right now. Let me get the hot dogs, we'll load them up, and I'll be back. Alrighty, here we go. I've got the hot dogs right out of the refrigerator, and of course we sell ballpark franks from a baseball field, right? So let's take a look at what the temperature is going to be. I want to insert the temperature probe in the middle of this hot dog and let you know what we're putting out there on the grill, on the roller grill. We had these hot dogs stored in a 34 degree refrigerator. These were out for just a couple of minutes while I loaded that, so they're a little warmer now. They're about 45 degrees. So let's get those on. And Let's see how long they take. And let's start the timer. And remember, we are on high right now. And I'll be watching these front 10 very closely. We'll monitor the temperature together. I'll be right back. Right now we're at 3 minutes and these things look great. I mean, it looks like I could put them back on hold now, but let's check the temperature. So 4 minutes and 14 seconds in, I'm telling you, these look like they're done to me. So let's take a look and see what we have for temperature after 4 minutes. We're at about 112 degrees right now. Still moving up a little from that. We're going on close to 118. We're at 5 minutes now. Yeah, we're at about 152 degrees right now. Check one more, just a few, give us an 8-minute mark. They look good, they look perfect right now to eat. Yeah, at the 8-minute mark, we're over 165. I mean, we are so good to go. All right, so everything can go back on hold. So again, I move them off the hot, put them back on the hold. And there you go. So we're just gonna let those hold a little bit longer and I'll give you one final read. Now let's do a final check on temperature on one of these dogs. I'll first go back to one of the oldest dogs that we put on there. We'll see what that comes up with. It's one that's been on for over a half hour. The holding temperature is good. And we're holding at a perfect 162. So the goal is to cook them a little less up front, put them back there where they're hold properly. We'll try that one more time with the batch, but I gotta get these out now. I have some hungry people waiting to test our new hot dogs. They look awesome. All right, the hot dogs have only been on 2 minutes now, but as you can see, looking pretty good. All right, this is what they look like at 8 minutes of cook time. They look about perfect to me. That's 8 minutes of cook time. And now we're going to move half of them back and leave the others up front for just a minute longer. And now the dogs have been on for 10 minutes. The dogs I took off that were heated at 8 minutes were 159 degrees when I put them on the back. Again, these dogs you're seeing up front on full have now been cooked for 10 minutes, 30 seconds, and I'm going to move them to the back grill. I'll let you know what the temperature is. Separated the 10-minute cooks from the 7-minute cooks. We're actually 8-minute. And we're obviously much hotter. They are going to be around 185 degrees when they were cooked for 10 minutes. So that's a little long. They look fine now. These hot dogs have now been in the hold portion of the grill for 1 hour. So they were brought to temperature, then put on hold. They've been there an hour, and I still think they look pretty good. The hot dogs on the right there were originally cooked 11 minutes. And the ones on the left here were cooked at 8 minutes. Give or take. One on the right was just cooked for about 3 minutes less than the one on the left. All in all, a really good job by this grill. It cooked fast, super fast, and held really well without the appearance of burning for at least an hour. So I would say that's plenty of time for any concession that has a quick turnover or you need dogs really fast. I recommend this Spectrum grill. It's a good one, but as we all know, that cooking part is just half of it. Now cleanup, how easy is that? Let's find out. And I'm going to take the hood off to make it just a little easier. Now they recommend you turn the heat off prior to cleaning, but if you turn the heat off and you're washing back and forth, there's no way to move the grills. So I like to keep them on. These are just little protectors here that stop crap from getting into the machine. Then with the soap and water, slightly going back and forth. It's going to take a couple of minutes to get to all the grill sides. Make sure you use a cool towel. So this is the first time this was ever used, so obviously a bunch of crap hasn't built up on it. But I'm looking at areas where I can see some has burned in more than other parts of a roll, meaning that I just got to work that through. I mean, I'm guessing convenience stores, they have a guy that goes back there and wipes them down real quick and doesn't spend a lot of time trying to get all the junk off. But like I said, the spots I'm seeing where there's stuff on it, I can get it off. So I went back, rinsed my towel, just water now. And now we've got to deal with the front part, which is the grease / water catcher in this case. That just pulls out and take to rinse. And after rinsing, slide her back in. And then you can leave your heat regulators any way you want for when you start up and power off the machine. That is it. Your machine is clean. This is a great hot dog roller grill. I highly recommend it. I expected a lot less and it really over-delivered. How fast it heated up the dogs, how well and how long it could hold for. So a really great machine. If you have a lot of turnover or lulls, this will actually do it for you. I like the fact that they have the coated rollers. That made it so much easier. Cleanup was just a piece of cake. So this is the Spectrum model. It's called the Rolls Right. All right, I have a hard time saying that. Do you say Rolls Right a couple of times? I'll wait. It's hard, right? Rolls Right commercial roller grill. Spectrum model. And don't expect their company to help you because they don't know about the products. Don't expect someone at the hot dog supply place because they don't know some of the equipment. They haven't done it. And how could they know? It's not in the manual. Come on, guys. So that's it, the Spectrum hot dog roller grill. I say 2 thumbs up. It's going to work great around here. And if you'd like more information on this grill or you'd like to be able to purchase it, you can click the link in the description box below. Hope this helped. Thanks. Happy summer.